Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. It is time for another one of my monthly hauls. Now if you are new to this channel, I want you to know this is not just a haul video. This is basically a haul. It honestly is a haul combined with favorites and fails. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of the products that I purchased in this last month and have been actively using so that I can give you a bunch of mini reviews. Also, if you are new, please know that we have timestamps and chapters in the description box below. So if you're only interested in the makeup section of this video, you can watch that. If you're interested in the skincare section of this video, you can watch that. I do have a lot of drugstore in this video. I'm just gonna kind of mix it in. You guys let me know if you prefer that or if you prefer for me to kind of separate it out a little more. And also I'm going to put the repurchases at the beginning of each section. It's not quite as obnoxious as it was last month, but I still have a few repurchases. So we're gonna start with makeup. I only have 3 repurchases for this month, and is it predictable. Oh, is it predictable? If you saw my beauty favorites, yeah, it's here. So Maybelline Hyper Easy Eyeliner. I am so sorry if me saying Maybelline Hyper Easy Eyeliner is starting to haunt your dreams. It haunts my own dreams. But it's the best eyeliner I've ever used in my life. I don't understand how a drugstore formula is the best I've ever used in my life. And then I also bought another Maybelline Snap Mascara. I figured I'd try the Ultraviolet this time. I had the black cherry one before, and I know it's not a lot of color, but it's just such a great everyday, easy to remove, no trouble whatsoever mascara. I also bought another Juno Moonshine Primer because I'm extremely predictable. I'm gonna wait on making another Juno order. I'm actually really interested in their little 4-pan eyeshadow palettes, but they have a sale right now, and I think if I wait just a little bit longer, I'll catch the Black Friday sales, which are usually incredible. Worth mentioning, they gave me an affiliate code, but don't use it. This is why I'm a bad YouTuber. See, this is exactly why I'm a bad YouTuber, but really, don't. Look for somebody that has a 20% off. I realized they only gave me 15, and I was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate, because other people have 20%, so use that, and use it in conjunction with the sales. Just telling you how to get the best deal here. I'm actually going to start this video with lip products, but I did not buy any lipsticks in this past month, because I've been on a very specific quest. A quest to find the perfect lip balm for under my masks. And I ended up finding it, so I'll kind of share the whole journey with you. Initially, I was thinking, you know what, I can pull off a light lipstick underneath my mask. So I bought the L'Oreal Color Riche Plump and Shine in the shade Coconut Plump. Oh, what a bad color. Way too light. It's a 90s prawn star look. You know what I'm talking about? For all you kids. That's somebody who got famous for their shrimping skills. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those way too light lipsticks, not a good look. Not a good look, so really it's just a bad shade, but I don't love the formula either. It's supposed to be one of those plumping lip glosses. It's really not. It does that sting, but no actual plumping effect. Kind of a waste of money. But the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, oh, this was a good purchase. I feel like Maybelline is having a great year. So I've seen a lot of people call this a dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bomb, and I see why people say that. It does sit on the lips a little heavier. It's very wet looking on the lips. You get a lot of shine from it. It lasts a lot longer on the lips. Does have a little bit of stickiness to it, but I don't actually want to sit here and say, yes, this is a dupe directly for the Fenty Gloss Bombs, because I think that there's certain things you might not love about Fenty's Gloss Bomb, like the intensity of that smell. If that's you, just know that this, while it still has a scent and is kind of similar, it's a lot less pronounced. It is still a little on the sticky side though, but also still probably not quite as strong. Definitely not as strong as that clear Fenty Gloss Bomb, but woo, that stands out in a not good way. Now this right here, in this glorious magnetic packaging, is the Becca Plumping Lip Balm, the Hydrolite Plumping Lip Balm. This was the diamond gift for, I guess, this month, or was it last month? So I got the shade Tide, which is a really pretty nudish pink color. And I think that this is going to have such a specific target audience. If you are somebody who wants a lip balm with a little bit of color that feels very light on your lips, I think this one is for you. So basically, if you're somebody who says, oh, I hate those fresh lip balms because they're so thick, then this is gonna be for you. On the other hand, if you like that thicker texture, not as much. It's a very thin formula, and if you do try to build it up, you end up making a mess in here, needless to say. I do in fact like the thick lip balms. But because my quest over here has been specifically what I can wear under a mask, this is actually one of the better options for that. Again, because it is so light and also because it lasts so well. This actually stays on your lips for a very long time for such a thin texture in a lip balm. So it's a really well done product, even if the finish isn't my personal favorite. Yeah, they did it really well. You know, I feel like I haven't been the biggest Becca fan for the longest period of time here, but this is a good release. But for me personally, I did end up finding the perfect product, and that is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Oil. Apparently you can only get this at CVS, but it's exactly what I was looking for. I wanted a clear lip oil. I wanted something that wasn't too heavy underneath my masks. So in contrast, the e.l.f. one that I reviewed in my e.l.f. video, it's a little bit of a thicker formula, plus it's got peppermint in it. This one doesn't. It just kind of feels like nothing. Does it have a smell? It does have a smell, but it's pretty light. Yeah, I really like this. Well done, CoverGirl. I'm thinking about trying more from this line, although I heard a lot of mixed reactions from it, right? Wasn't the foundation really hit or miss for people? But yeah, the lip oil is great. It's a shame that you don't see it at Ulta, because people would probably be talking about it more. And then I bought a couple of items from Beauty Bakerie. This is their lip gloss, the Holy Cannoli Lip Whip Gloss. I have this in the center of my lips right now. Oh, this is a very nice lip gloss. These gold colors, this is a very difficult color to pull off, especially if you're going to layer it over lipsticks and wear it on its own. But it's kind of perfect for that. You can wear this really light and you just kind of get, it looks almost like a clear gloss with maybe some gold glitter in it, or you can layer it like this and kind of build it up a little more. It's gorgeous. The smell on this is really amazing too. Very vanilla, kind of cake-like, a little bit more of a sticky texture, I will say that. But yeah, I'm actually very, very pleased with it. Now I did have another bit of a miss here in their Sugar Lip Scrub. See, I bought this for a very specific reason, and that is that they claim that this is a 2-in-1 product. You should have known, Alice. You should have known. When do 2-in-1 products ever work out? You either get one, the other, or both not that well done. And this is sadly a case of both not that well done. The sugar granules in this are really, really fine, so you don't get much of an intense scrub at all. But also, when you go to apply this on your lips, if you're going to use it as a balm, guess what you see? Lots and lots of little specks of sugar. I mean, it smells absolutely amazing. This is the vanilla one. It smells so good, but it just didn't do either of the things that I bought it to do. Let's do eyes next. You know I'm excited because you see the eyeshadow look that I've done today. So I made an order with Midas Cosmetics. I was really excited about this because they released their neon cake liners, which, are you kidding me? Up my alley. You need to know this about me. I am in no way an artist. Okay, you will never see me use the hashtag MUA or makeup artist because I know my limits. I know I am not an artist. So I was kind of intimidated with this at first. I was like, can I actually successfully draw straight lines? Let me tell you what, it's actually not difficult to use this. I really expected a lot more of a struggle. But you know, this is water activated. So you get a little cup out, you get the tiniest eyeliner brush that you own. You dip it in and then you dip it into these and it does turn them into basically a gel. A gel? Not really. No, not a gel. It's kind of more like watercolor painting on your face, I guess. I think you guys saw on camera I did a look kind of combining several of these shades to do a more of a rainbow effect. That was fun, but layering it's a little tricky. I would not make that the first look you do. The first look you do with this, I would make simple. I would do one color and kind of play around with it. I had fun doing the pseudo cut crease with it with just the pink, the pink color. That's a great shade in here. So on that note, Some of these are a little different from the others. That's helpful. They really are, though. It's the strangest thing. The red one is kind of difficult. It kind of builds up on itself a lot so that it ends up feeling really thick. So if you're trying to layer colors, probably put that one last. The yellow, which I don't know why it has a green tint in here now. I cannot figure that one out. That one kind of flakes on me. But the orange and the pink and the white have been excellent. I don't think I've used the purple and the blue yet, and I haven't trusted the black. I continue to use the Maybelline Hyper Easy eyeliner. But I've done some really fun looks, and it's surprisingly fast. I don't know how much that appeals to people. For me, I see people do these complicated looks, and they're really enjoying the process, the 4-hour process to do Instagram eye makeup. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, can you tell me how to do that, but in 5 minutes? Then I also bought the High Tides palette from that's not the name of it. High Times, which would explain why it has certain leaves on it, right? You would think I would get these things down, but in fact, I'm a little on the naive side. I've had people call me vanilla before. I think it's because I smell really good. So this is the eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing today. It's nice. It's a nice palette. I am going to tell you, quite honestly, something here. So Midas Cosmetics is a little indie makeup brand, and I do love supporting indie business. If the reason that you are interested in buying from indie brands is because you've heard that indie makeup brands often have very unique finishes, some really, really interesting shimmers, multi-chromes in the indie makeup world, I would tell you, don't necessarily start with Midas Cosmetics, because this formula, while it's nice, it's not really all that unique to me. It kind of feels maybe like BH Cosmetics. I mean that in a good way, because I do love my BH Cosmetics palettes, but it's not that different to me. I do keep struggling with Hard Pan 2 on my favorite shade in here. But again, not saying that in a bad way, and in fact, in some ways, it makes it a little easier to work with, because, if you are used to BH Cosmetics and ColourPop formulas, this is quite similar to those. By the way, can you tell the look is inspired by fall? How is it September? How? Some other eye stuff. This is all drugstore makeup here. So the lashes I'm wearing today are the Kiss Magnetic Lashes in, wasn't it like Tangible? Is it Tangible? Oh my god, it was staring at me. It's not Tangible, it's Tantalize. Okay, so the reason I bought these, in spite of my love for specifically the Allure Pro Demi lashes, 2 reasons. One, this was $8.99 instead of $16.99, and I feel like what you're really paying for when you pay $16.99 for that set is the glue. The liner glue all-in-one. The thing is, it lasts for so long. I'm still on tube number 1. I haven't opened tubes 2 and 3 from the 3 sets that they had sent me. So I was thinking, okay, I don't need more glue, and I appreciate that Kiss sells just the lashes for $8.99. But the problem is they don't have those little dimmies. So this is full magnetic lashes, and they're always a struggle for me for a very simple reason. You know how, if you have small eyes, you have to trim your eyelashes to get them to fit. This is great. This is all wonderful, because for people that have bigger eyes, that works out. So, it's very inclusive. But when it comes to having magnets on the end, you really can't trim those lashes down. So you can probably see that, it's just not a good fit. They're not fitting on me properly. They kind of bunch up towards the end, but if they don't bunch up, then they hang down, and I can't really cut in the middle of a magnet. And also worth mentioning, I have to glue down the ends on the full ones, because again, we've got that bunching up going on. If I don't glue it down, we're gonna run into issues. So I don't know if any of you have a solution, let me know, but if you have big eyes, these are probably going to be fantastic. If you have small eyes, maybe not so much. That sounded so funny to me, but it is. It's big versus small eyes. We have different head sizes and whatnot. The Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. So this is a really nice black matte eyeliner, and I do like how it glides on the eye itself. The problem that I have with this, it's not really a huge problem, but what happens when you're drawing your wing is it's really hard to get all of the liquid into the very tiny tip of this. It's got a long way to travel. So when you do that flick thing, it doesn't always draw the crispest line. The Violet One Lash Primer from Milani. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't do a first impression with this because I would have told you I hate it. It comes out so thick and clumpy. Also, it's not really purple, it's maybe lavender at best, but really quite white. So you get really clumped together white lashes. Of course, it's primer, so you can brush it through, but it's really clumpy initially. But it's definitely one of those primers that dries out the more you use it. So it's been getting a lot easier to work with since it's been opened. Believe it or not, I have been thinking about going back to Wet n Wild. I've been thinking a lot about the controversy, the changes that are happening in China, and I'm kind of on the fence about it at the moment, but I did see this Wet n Wild Edit collection released at my CVS. And my CVS doesn't usually carry Wet n Wild, so it was pretty exciting. I grabbed the Smoke Signals kit and another kit, and all I can say is I hope the other kit is better. This kit is supposed to give you the rock star look, so they give you one of those thick eyeshadow pencils, and then they give you a twist up eyeliner, but holy smudging, and I have dry skin. No wonder I haven't seen these on the Ulta website, the Color Icon Multi-Stick and the retractable eyeliner. I have never seen these anywhere else, and now I know why. Oh, I can't even imagine these on oily skin. Oh my goodness, I can't. The mascara in there is fine. No problems with the mascara. But these, so you don't get the look that's advertised on the box. It's kind of terrible. Not a good reintroduction to Wet n Wild, so hopefully the other kit is better. And a couple of face products here, both from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I bought the Bite Size Face Duo in White Peach. I really didn't have high expectations of this just because it was so incredibly affordable. Cheap. It was cheap. That was the word, okay? That was the word that was in my head. I always dance around the word cheap because it has negative connotations, but at the end of the day, sometimes I'm cheap. What can I say? How did e.l.f. do it? Once again, how did they do it? This is on my cheeks today. It's gorgeous. It lasts the whole day. It's extremely pigmented. It is easy to blend. Not too much kick up. Actually, this is less powdery. I'm gonna keep that in so you guys can see me absolutely jump, because this happens rather often on camera. What fell? Something jumped off the fish tank. Was it a fish? Crisis averted. All fish are okay. What was I saying? So the primer infused blushes have more kick up than this. Still a little bit of kick up. The highlighter in here is actually pretty firmly pressed, but still gives really great payoff. And $3? It's the same situation as the little bite-sized eyeshadows. I bought those thinking, maybe it'll be nice. I don't know. It's $3. And I'm shocked. At the end of the day, I'm shocked. Sure, it's small, but you don't need more. You don't need more than this size. I love it. And then this is the Retro Paradise Primer Oil. This was actually gifted to me from e.l.f. through Magic Links. Magic Links is such a great company. By the way, they've actually helped me to improve my channel recently. Like, not kidding about how much I truly love that company. But anyway, primer oils as a category seem to range from kind of much more light, not necessarily even feeling like an oil, but kind of giving you more of a glisten to your skin like you put oil on, to a full oil experience. This one is a lot more on the oil side, which I found funny. I actually expected the opposite because this is the summer collection, right? So I thought it would be more lightweight, but it's actually a heavier weight oil. Don't worry, it's been going wonderfully with that Rare Beauty foundation that I keep pushing to the back of this video. Great, very thick primer oil. So if you have very dry skin like myself, oh my goodness, you might love this. And it's actually fragrance free. I do still have the box for this one. So jojoba is the first ingredient in here, and then we do have capric caprylic triglyceride, sunflower oil, grapeseed oil. I think the only ingredient that you need to know about if you have allergies would be the pineapple. But otherwise, it's really nice. Just know that those CBD oils are still technically a better deal, as this is a half-ounce product. Do you guys want to talk about concealer next? Concealer next! I did end up buying a second one of these Uoma Stay Woke concealers. This one is White Pearl T0.75, the second lightest. And it does work out much better for me. It's kind of not as neutral though. This one is definitely almost cool toned, which works out well under my eyes, as the pink can kind of cancel out any blue. But it did surprise me because T1N was certainly more neutral. So I guess now I have one for under my eyes and then one for on my face. Such a good concealer. This is such an incredible concealer in that it's more full coverage than I usually wear, more medium buildable, and yet it doesn't crease. Did you guys do that Tarte 4 for $35? I heard some people got expired products. Thankfully, I don't think I did. But anyway, I got the Hydro Sealer. If the words Tarte and concealer immediately make you think of Shape Tape, you gotta know that it's like this concealer came from a completely different brand. It's lightweight. It's kind of more of a satin finish on the skin. Still holds itself together really well, which is one aspect of light coverage concealers that can go a little wrong. They did it well. They did it really well. They came out with a concealer for dry skin, and they did it well. Slow foundations. So I got the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator, also in that 4 for $35 deal. This is 13 in Fair Light Neutral. As a tinted moisturizer, this is really, really nice. You are not going to get much coverage from this at all, but to even out your skin, oh, it's beautiful, very dewy finish, just absolutely gorgeous. However, one thing you should know is that the third ingredient of this product, it's kind of been showing up in a lot of allergy reports, and I think that could explain why the reviews for this have a lot of people saying they had a really bad breakout, like I've said in quite a few other skincare videos. I feel like people very often describe what allergy looks like as acne because they can look very similar. So yeah, that's the only thing that you should know. I mean, assuming you don't have that allergy, you could easily be out here giving it the same 5-star rating as many other people, but just know that, because I was kind of surprised to see it in the third spot in this formula. I also caved and ended up buying the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation because it's just so beautiful on the skin. I had sampled this a while ago now, and I just knew how nice it was. I think this is the bottom line with foundation. There are some formulas that are really made with difficult skin in mind. In anything from, more textured skin because of acne, more slightly mature skin or more mature skin. So for example, the Shiseido Synchro Skin Foundation, that is so beautiful no matter if you have texture on your skin or fine lines, and same thing with the Ilia. It is a more natural foundation, it's a clean brand, so you have to make sure to shake it before use, but it's just so easy to use. I think that's really the main characteristic with this. Some foundations you kind of have to work with. This one you just throw it on, maybe use a sponge over it, and it just looks great all day. I bought the shade Sable, which is almost too light. That's great news. Almost too light for my skin, but I think I can pull it off. I use a little bit of contour today. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the Rare Beauty foundation, as I have a 19-minute video on this already, and I now understand about Selena stans. I had no idea. I was just reviewing a foundation. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Y'all know. You know my Kevin Hart story. Someday I'll suck it up and tell you my Channing Tatum story. I'm not a celebrity person. I haven't really changed my mind on this, but I have added to my thoughts. So I think that this is just, do I want to say this? I'm going to give it to you honestly. I think that maybe if you have more mature skin or any acne scars, I think it might be more difficult. I think that it's kind of better for people who have great skin already. Let's chat about skincare next. As promised, I want to start with my repurchases, and this month I only have 2. One is a big one though. So I did buy the Tula The Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser. Again, I just really like this for rebalancing my skin. I don't love the scent necessarily, but it seems to work really well. It is of course a probiotic rich cleanser. And then I also bought the Alpha Beta Pore Perfectors, and I have so much guilt for this set. This is one of those value kits that contains the 35-pack of Dr. Dennis Gross's Alpha Beta Peel. That retails for $88. A half ounce of one of the serums, which I think has about a $40 to $50 value, and then a 2 ounce, the travel size of a cleanser. This was a phenomenal deal. I did the math, it was something like $150, $88 for the kit. I threw it in my cart, added a $12 item that I'll talk about next, and checked out. And I figured I'd have it in 3 days. I was planning to film what's new in skincare and share it with you guys, and it sold out. The same thing happened in this Nordstrom sale. So much stuff that I wanted was gone by the time I could shop. But anyway, so yeah, it was such a great deal. If there's another kit like this, I won't wait. I'll immediately post it to Instagram. So again, have a lot of guilt about this. I just talked about another favorite peel, so let me make sure I'm clear on the differences here. So the Sunday Riley Good Genes is probably the best resurfacing gentle peel that I've ever tried in my life. The Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peel is the best peel that I've ever tried in my life for acne. And this is the $12 item I bought. We're going to put this in the skincare section because this is straight up skincare. I don't know how you would use this with makeup or why, but anyways, from the brand Tower 28, and it is their Daily Rescue Facial Spray. Tower 28 is more of a makeup brand, but this does have really, really good reviews. This is the travel size here, an ounce for $12. We kind of have to have a quick what this isn't before we get into what it is, because I saw some people saying, it's just bleach. No, my dears, just because something has properties that disinfects does not mean that it is bleach. If that was the case, then tea tree oil would be bleach. Then isopropyl alcohol would be bleach. No. I saw some people saying it's nothing but chlorine. Or it contains NaCl, okay? And HOCl. Neither one of those are free chlorine. And I'm going to tell you this, if you have other disinfecting properties somewhere else in your skincare routine, I don't think it's going to blow your mind as much as it seemed to be blowing the minds of other reviewers, because I've actually almost finished it, and at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, it's fine, I guess. Just to give you an example here, I can't imagine repurchasing this when I can buy the Rose and Gold Tides toner for $18 for 4 ounces. In a bit of contrast to $12 an ounce for salt and water, you guys, I have such great news about the Butter Hygienics. If you're a subscriber, once again, I'm sure I'm a bit repetitive in the brands that I love. Oh, I dearly love this brand. So the company saw my videos and they asked me if I want to be an affiliate. So I now have a code to get 5% off with this company, and it is Alice. And I know 5% sounds like nothing, but keep in mind here, $7.50 for 4 ounces of moisturizer, $10 for 2 ounces of oil. I'm telling you guys, the prices from this company are mind-blowing. If you are looking for natural skincare on a budget, this is the brand to go to. So they did send me a few more products, and I wanted to talk about them really quickly, but I haven't opened all of them just yet. So first up, we have the Zit Zapper Anti-Acne Face Cream, $7.50 for 4 ounces. Sephora just can't even come close. And this one is tea tree oil 7%, alpha hydroxy acid 3%, no added fragrance. Love that he discloses the percentages. Do know that this is thicker. I found that this is definitely not a moisturizer I can use during the day, but for nighttime use, perfect. And I might as well just read you the rest of the ingredients because it's that short. So it's in a base of water and aloe with hemp seed oil, sea salt, emulsifying wax, and then a preservative. I started to open this because I'm a jerk that just opens absolutely everything that comes into my house. That's why I don't ever have unboxings. But this is the Detoxifying Facial Cleanser Bar. Also fragrance-free, but know that it is a coconut oil base with some mango. Oh, that's really nice. He actually has an allergy warning right on here. So mango and cocoa. It actually barely has a scent. Made with activated charcoal, hence it being a black soap. Yeah, there's barely any scent to this. I guess I can slightly pick up that mango and cocoa. And then they also sent me their anti-aging, ultra-hydrating facial tonic, as well as the rose water and witch hazel 100% alcohol-free tonic. Rosewater, calendula, arnica, hyaluronic acid. Yeah, I'm really excited to try these out. Let's talk about this Protocol Vitamin C Super Serum. I saw quite a few of you guys were curious on my thoughts of this after I posted it in my little skincare fridge. So the company was kind enough to send this to me, and I was very curious about their direction because, with a vitamin C serum, an L-ascorbic serum, you do have a lot of issues with stabilizing that ingredient, and a lot of companies try to stabilize from within, focusing on the ingredients, adding in ferulic acid, adding in vitamin E, whereas for them, they do that, but they also focus quite extensively on the packaging itself. So first off, it's bottled in a 100% oxygen-free environment, which is absolutely ideal when you're talking about L-ascorbic acid. But also, if you can see, you probably can't see this on camera, but it seems to be an airless pump, but a more advanced airless pump. I know they go off on the website about aerospace technology, all of which directly over my own head, but I can definitely visibly see that there is something quite unique going on here. You get this extra layer of added protection against oxidation right here with it fully closing at all times. You shake it up and you dispense it. It's completely airless and completely free of oxygen. So, of course what they're saying with this is that your vitamin C will last you longer. It won't go bad on you, and if your vitamin C goes bad, you could actually start having the exact opposite of what you want from your vitamin C. What I'd love to do with this, I haven't had this for too long at this point, probably about a month. What I'd like to do is really test that. I'm keeping it in my skincare fridge because I want it to last as long as possible. But to, really see 6 months from now, do we still have L-ascorbic acid in here at the correct color? Because to their credit, they are very transparent about telling you exactly what your vitamin C should look like, what it should smell like. Probably worth noting for those of you that said in my last video, you want your vitamin C to smell good. No, this one smells like hot dog water. But if you are all about fragrance-free, yes, this is completely fragrance-free, beautiful ingredients list, 10% L-ascorbic. Really interesting system. It is kind of pricey. It's $72 for an ounce, but you do get a gift, and I think the gift with purchase was around $40 to $55 in value, so not too bad. Not too bad. Let me talk about this little 100-point perk really quickly on the topic of expensive skincare. This is the Tatcha Silk Peony Melting Eye Cream. I've been curious about this one since it released, but it's Tatcha, it's expensive. You guys, it is such a nice eye cream. What is it with me and Tatcha's eye creams specifically? They're so expensive, but they're just so nice. One thing I will say about both of Tatcha's eye creams, the Silk Peony and the Pearl, you actually don't need a lot. They do spread beautifully. This one in particular, this one spreads so nicely on the skin. It glides on so beautifully. It feels so nourishing. It's not an overpowering smell. I think it's pretty much the characteristic Tatcha smell. It's just so nice. And it has a beautiful ingredients list. It really does. I know I talked about this in the past, so I won't talk too long about it, but just know it's really tempting. We have the VIB sale coming up, right? I just wasn't even that impressed with Tatcha, cleansers aside, until I tried their eye creams. I'm telling you, that's it for me with Tatcha. This, in a much more affordable direction, this is the Physicians Formula 24 Karat Gold Collagen Moisturizer. I think I've now tried everything from this line. Most of Physicians Formula skincare, I've just kind of forgotten about by this point, but not the 24 karat line. And the reason this annoys me is because it's such a beautiful line, but you've got to get past the name of it. Why did you guys have to make this all based in gold? What is with all of the little gold flakes in it? Why? It's so gimmicky, but the ingredients are so good. The whole line is fragrance-free. It's focused on ingredients like niacinamide, antioxidants, raspberry seed oil, avocado oil, just beautiful ingredients list. Truly, if you can't get your hands on my favorite drugstore moisturizers, which would be the e.l.f. CBD one in particular, the hemp one in particular, Happy Hydration. What I do like about this line is that it's everywhere. I can walk into Walmart and find it. I can walk into CVS and find it. So it's my absolute favorite line of drugstore skincare that is readily available to everyone. But still a gimmick. The gold thing. Just stop, Physicians Formula. Rename the line oils and niacinamide. I guess it's not as catchy. Nobody's over here asking me for marketing tips anyway. And I purchased the next two products in a deal that I posted to Instagram as well. So the company iHerb, nope. Today we're going to talk about the A to Z of iHerb. The company iHerb had an amazing sale, over 50% off some products, and I did purchase from PCA Skin. Finally, I've had a lot of questions about this company, some of which I have very embarrassingly responded to by answering my thoughts about Paula's Choice. Paula's Choice, PCA Skin, I mean, you see what happened here. In fairness, they're kind of very similar companies, right? Science-oriented, fragrance-free. You see how this happened. Anyway, I ended up buying the benzoyl peroxide 5% cleanser for $19. This was an incredible deal. It makes it, I think, a better deal than CeraVe. The CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser has been something that I've missed tremendously, but I didn't miss one quirk of that product. A lot came out. A lot of product came out every time I used it. So I was curious to see if I would have the same issue in this packaging, which thankfully I do not. I will tell you this, if you deal with acne but you have not enjoyed benzoyl peroxide topically, same. Just know that it is a completely different experience in a cleanser. It doesn't end up leaving your skin too dry. It doesn't stain. It's excellent. I definitely recommend benzoyl peroxide in a cleanser. And I've been curious about this brand for a long time. A lot of you guys have recommended this company to me. I'm gonna butcher the name of it. Just know I actually watched a lot of people's pronunciation and I'm doing the best I can. Pyeongchang Yule? Oh God, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm just deeply offended at myself. Just know that. Just know that. Anyway, this is the mask pack. I thought this would be a really interesting way to kind of test the waters because this brand is not readily available at Ulta or Sephora, so I would have had to purchase it through YesStyle, and I've built a cart many times, but I've never gone through with it before this kit. I like sampling things. What can I say? So this contains the peeling gel, the essence toner, which is what really drew me in. I was interested in the essence toner, and then the balancing gel. But talk about a brand after my own heart. The ingredients lists are so short, so concise, to the point, low in irritants, no added fragrance. It's just everything I've been interested in. The peeling gel, it's fine. You guys know my thoughts on peeling gels. They're fine. The essence toner, it is a mask in here, but it is a really nice product. I'm definitely interested in buying the full size of that, but the surprise to me in this kit, hands down, was the balancing gel. When I opened this little packet right here, inside was a clear gel-like texture, kind of reminded me of the Clinique Hydrating Jelly. But then I put it on my skin, and it was almost like spreading honey in how thick it was. And yet it's not like it sat there like honey. It sinks into the skin so quickly and just leaves your skin plump and hydrated. It's phenomenal. And talk about a potent formula. They don't even bother with putting water as the first ingredient. Instead, you get these Chinese medicinal herbs, which is actually the entire focus of the company. It's just incredible. It blew my mind. A few sunscreens. So I did talk about this company on Instagram. This is Thinksport, and they have these SPF 50 completely mineral sunscreens with a much more clean focus. All of their ingredients are in the low toxicity range on the EWG website, if that is something that concerns you, that you look out for. And they have Think Baby. They have sunscreens that are made for babies. They have sunscreens that are made for kids. But I haven't even told you the best part. $7.99 for these 3-ounce sunscreens. And they're way better than Neutrogena, not just from the clean perspective, but in the way they spread on the skin. So it's a base of water and aloe, and I think that's a lot of what's going on. You know, you have this aloe in here helping it to spread. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you that I still personally think the Biossance spreads the best. If you need a zinc sunscreen that's going to really spread well, there's nothing like that. But it's also $30 for basically half the size of this. And I feel like something that's really a con with SPF is how much you use. You know, you really go through them quickly. So if you're looking for a more budget-friendly and just better formulated SPF, this brand is amazing. We have come to the end of what ended up being a gigantic haul today. I think what happened, because I know I spent less money this past month, I think what happened is those little drugstore products, they add up. Not as much on your credit card, but in terms of quantity, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Suddenly you have a bunch of products, but you didn't spend that much money. I love drugstore products. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.